Hello students, very good morning to all of you. Here there is a proof of Gauss theorem. Before going through this theorem, you have to know about the Gaussian surface. Actually, any imaginary surface which surround the charge, any imaginary surface which surround the charge, which is called Gaussian surface, and electric flux passing through this surface, that is, we have to calculate. And the statement of Gauss theorem is, suppose this is your charge and it is surrounded by a Gaussian surface. So net electric flux passing through this surface, net electric flux passing through this surface is equal to the 1 upon epsilon 0 times of net charge surrounded by the surface. This is a single charge. You remove this sigma. If there be a number of charges q1, q2, q3, you use the symbol sigma q. Clear? So net electric flux passing through a surface is equal to the 1 upon epsilon 0 times of net charge surrounded by the surface. This is your Gauss theorem. So here we are in the condition to prove it. Suppose this is a plus q charge placed at a point O. There is a point P at which we consider an area element on the Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface which surrounds this charge, and this is your area element taken at the surface. We take an area element around P. Now draw an area vector perpendicular to outside it. This is your area vector drawn perpendicular to this surface. You know, intensity of electric field due to this plus q charge will be outward direction. So this will be in the direction of OP. Intensity of electric field will be in the direction of OP. So there will be an angle between vector E and vector dA. So electric flux passing through the area element that is d phi E is equal to vector E dot dA vector, that is E dA cos theta. And you know, due to point charge intensity of electric field at point P, E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Already I have discussed in first chapter. So d phi E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square into dA cos theta. Since area vector and normal or electric field makes an angle theta, or you can see in this direction this is normal and this is your area vector. So area vector and normal are not in the same direction. So this dA cos theta upon r square, dA cos theta upon r square will be equal to d omega. So you can write it here, d phi E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q into d omega. So this is the electric flux passing through this area element. Now you have to calculate total electric flux passing through this surface, because due to this charge electric lines are passing in this direction, all the directions. So you have to calculate electric flux passing through whole of the surface. To get the electric flux passing through whole of the surface, So here take closed surface integral. This is your closed surface integral because this charge is completely surrounded by this Gaussian surface. So closed integration phi e is equal to closed surface integral vector E dot dA vector, and this already I have calculated. So closed integration, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q into d omega. Take q upon 4 pi epsilon naught as a common here, and closed surface integral d omega. This surface integral d omega indicates total solid angle, and already I have discussed total solid angle. Total solid angle is equal to 4 pi. So place here. So q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 4 pi. This 4 pi and 4 pi cancel out. So you have q upon epsilon naught, that is E, phi E. So electric flux passing through the surface is equal to the 1 upon epsilon 0 times of charge surrounded by the surface. So here only there is a point charge, you write here q. If there be number of charges inside it, q1, q2, q3 in this way, and suppose this is positive and this is negative, so you can write it here phi e is equal to q1 minus q2 plus q3 upon epsilon naught. In this way you write. So this can be written as sigma q upon epsilon naught. This is the net charge. Here we use algebraic sum. Clear? Note that electric flux emerges. If electric flux emerges from the Gaussian surface, it will be counted positive. And if electric lines enters in the surface, flux will be negative. This will be possible when this charge will be outside. If this charge be outside, then net electric flux will be 0. Keep remember, Gauss theorem is only applicable when charge be surrounded by the surface. If charge be outside the surface, then electric flux passing through it will be 0. So this is about Gauss theorem. You could remember, and this is very important. And in next video, I will discuss application of Gauss theorem. Thank you.